Hey everybody, how are you? I don't know if this light's gonna be good. I just ruined it. Oh no, Eric's gonna come in here and get me. He's coming. Oh no, I messed the light up. He's gonna see. Okay, he's coming in. I'm gonna pretend like I meant to do that with the light. I don't know what happened. The light just went off. I lost my light. My light went off. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, the light went off and I went live and I messed with it and I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, everybody. How are you?
You ruined it?
I ruined it.
Okay.
So I got to fix the light. It's turned on. I don't know what's wrong with it, though. I fiddled with it. I messed with it. It's like, oh, there it is. It's fine. It's really dark. We're really dark all of a sudden.
Oh, you want to be brighter?
No, we don't have to be brighter. I'm just saying.
There you go. How's that?
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Get this back over here where it belongs.
Yep, back over there.
All right. Let's see. What are you doing?
Looking online.
Why are you so far away from me?
My chair. It's my chair.
Oh, guys, it's been one of them days. It's been busy. It's been
busy.
A lot of things.
Are you having storms? For real, the lights could go off. Yeah, Gwen, we lost power this morning. Wasn't even this morning. It was like the early afternoon. We lost power for about an hour or so today. And the funny thing is that like my kids weren't the ones freaking out. It was like my next door neighbors, his parents. His mom was like, "Why is the Wi-Fi not working? Is your Wi-Fi working?" And I'm like, "We don't have any power. The Wi-Fi's not working." It was just funny because my kids were like, "All right, well, we'll just play a game or whatever." I'm like, yeah, you guys could do some schoolwork by, the light of the outside. But honestly, it was super like dark outside still. Like it was storming. So it was not bright at all. You just have to move this. That's the problem. It's okay. Just do like this, Eric. It's fine. Ready? There you go. We're both in. So let's see who's here. Let's scroll back up.
Man, I'm all discombobulated
Yeah,
today.
Eric's all discombobulated. Hey there, Nathan, Jesus loving pastor, Kettle Kitchen, Tony, how are you? Gwen from Broke Cowgirl, Southern Roots, how are you? I believe that's Sherry. I'm just gonna want to mess it up. Let's see. Jesus loving Homesteader, Carmen, what's up, girl?
Good grief.
East Texas, hello. How are you? Thank you for coming by. Garrett Wilson is here. Gary,
I feel like I'm exhausted.
Annette at the Apple Tree Urban Homestead. Very nice to have you here. She said good morning all because I believe she's in Perth, Australia. I believe if I remember right.
Australia.
Okay. Yeah, definitely
Welcome.
super dark this morning. Gather Together Homestead. Hey, how are you guys? They're the ones I jumped up on their live. I like them.
Sorry, everybody else. She does.
I like a lot of other people too.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Emma. How are you, darling? Emma, our daughter-in-law. Mima. Let's see. Finding happiness in all you do. Hello. How are you,
what's
Inga?
going
How are
on?
you, beautiful girl? Let's see. She's building her bus. She's getting all kinds of stuff done over there.
Yeah, I'm with
Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. Thank you for saying so. Eric is having a night. Gardens Table with Heather Lynn. How are you? Abby's here. I imagine that's Abby, like Gary and Abby. Abby.
Okay.
Let's see. Who else is here?
Capone Cabin is in the house.
Cabin, how are you?
Broke Cowgirl, what's going on?
Yeah, just talking to her. She's the one that said that she might lose power at any moment. She's got the lights flickering on there. Yeah, the storms are really bad below us. They were really rough this morning and up north last night in Oklahoma. They were pretty rough. Dawn over at DB Acres. She said a tornado went like right over their house. And it just like went over them. They were just blessed and not nothing was hurt or damaged. And oh, look, it's the coffee boy. And needless to say, she said it did damage to the town or whatever.
Thank you, young barista.
We need to be praying for all those people that are in the path of all these bad storms because there's some really nasty storms this week. Caleb's in here. Liberty's in here. Well, hello, Liberty. Nice to have you join us tonight.
Hola.
She should be doing schoolwork. So
get on your schoolwork.
Go get your schoolwork done, girl.
After you're done listening to the show, what's up?
No, we're on too long. Go get your schoolwork done. I'm going to tell Luke she's in here watching us and not out with him tonight.
Real quick question. See if you know the answer to this.
Hey, Lisa Yogi, Hello Farm.
Is the coffee person, whether it's a guy or a girl, a barista, or if it's a dude, is it a baristo?
Is that a real question? Do you know? Emma wants to know if he's going to bring you her coffee next.
Her coffee?
Yeah, she said, is he going to bring me coffee next?
Yeah, that's why you have kids.
We are so close to the camera, Kayla, because I think because of the there, that's better. Thanks, Kayla.
Well, we're on a different laptop tonight.
We are on a different laptop.
Mom decided to change things up.
This is the laptop I use when we record the podcast. And so it's fine. It's not a bad laptop to use. It's just not the white laptop that we use, the little Chromebook. And that's because the kids are using that for a movie tonight. So that's why. Hello, barista. Can I have a venti triple breve mocha, no whip, small straws? Nice.
What does that even mean?
Don't even ask. There's just too much involved in that. Capone Cabin says, I refuse to identify as a barista or a barista. So, I'm a burrito. I'm not a barista or a burrito. I'm a burrito. I'm just round and stuffed with all kinds of stuff.
Goodness.
Beans. I'm not stuffed with beans.
No.
Meat. I'm stuffed with meat and cheese. I don't even like cheese really, but meat. I'm just and vegetables.
Huga Homestead is up in here,
and I love my earrings.
They're admiring your coot earrings.
My coot earrings. Liberty says, I'm listening. I'm still working on school. Good job. We're going to hold you to it, Miss Liberty.
All right, let's see what here.
They're called
baristas. They are called
a barista.
Are they really? Dude, I was making that up. Wait, are you messing with me?
I don't know. Carmen says, we are no longer drinking coffee, strictly tea now, an adjustment, but personal health goals. Very nice. Yeah, we never drank coffee. And then about 2.5 years ago, I started doing intermittent fasting, and I started drinking black coffee as a way to kind of keep myself on track and kind of curb that little bit of hunger that I might have in between my fasting times. And so I started drinking black coffee. And so I told my mom, I said, I would love to have a Keurig for Christmas. And so for Christmas that year, I got a Keurig and I was super excited. And then Eric revealed his secret of all secrets, that he was a closet coffee drinker. Not closet, because he's not in the closet drinking coffee. He was a work coffee drinker. Yeah. He drank coffee at work all the time. He never drank it at home because we don't have coffee here really. And then I started buying coffee and he was like, well, let me just tell you, I drink coffee. And now he's been drinking coffee like crazy. Like a lot. I don't drink coffee anymore. I just drink tea now. Unsweet. We've already discussed this.
Well.
But yeah, he was drinking coffee like under the table.
Oh.
Maybe not under the table, but he was drinking coffee at work like a closet drinker.
We got to get some answers.
I've never heard of barista or barista.
Somebody needs to look that up.
He just did. Nathan did. Don't listen to Nathan. He's snickering over here. Joking. No barista. Wait, though. According to a user-fueled Wiktionary.
Those are witches, man. Don't listen to them guys.
Wiktionary.
Also a made-up word.
I don't know. Anyway, according to that, the male name for a barista is known as a baristo. But this is just someone made up word for male barista. Is a barista feminine? No, the name is gender neutral.
Woke.
Yeah. It's the Woktionary.
And Eric's not sneaking coffee.
He is.
No.
He is sneaky. He's a sneaky coffee drinker.
Here's what it was. I didn't know that. Here's what it was.
He was sneaking coffee.
I'm going to tell you what it was. Ready? Hold on. Who's trying to call him?
In Italy, I believe there is. Oh, you better go take that call. Oh, snap. We're going to have to go get some animals. They're not good. Oh, maybe a baby was born, Eric. That's Uncle David. We have cows over at that pasture.
This is Eric.
And so if we get a phone call from Uncle David, it's either a good thing, like, yay, a baby's been born, or it's a bad thing. Your cow's out. So let's pray. Please, Lord, let it be a good thing. Let it be a baby and not a cow being out of the pasture in the middle of nasty storms and rain. Yeah. Emma says, I have a cream with a little bit of coffee every morning. I believe that. Shaking my head, hold my beer, drink 2 to 3 pots a day. Call poison control my unsweetened tea. East Texas. No, it's not bad. It is a good thing because I'm not getting the sugar. I'm getting a little bit of the caffeine. It's good. It's good. It's not bad. I will start dropping links shortly, waiting on videos to download from SD card. Take your time. It's fine. I'll start dropping links in a few minutes. It's no big deal. Everybody knows we're on our own schedule in here. We just do whatever because Today's been a day. Oof. Anyway, so let's see. Come out of the closet into the light. We'll give you a cup of coffee. Well, yeah, no, he's been drinking in it like crazy. Now he got his little full cup of coffee. Ow, that's hot. I can't pick it up. Anyway, that's a full cup, like a full. The man drinks coffee. He can drink a whole pot by himself. That's a lot. That's a lot. East Texas had 2 bull calves this week. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. We have got a few. We've got a few girls, some big mamas that are ready to have babies. And I'm really hoping that he's calling about Charlotte. She is our, what is she? She's our Charlet Angus mix mama. And she's beautiful. She's got an attitude. She's naughty. She's the one on one of our videos that's like hollering and she's like, wah. Yeah, she's ridiculous. But she is very good at having calves. Once she started in 2018 or 18, I think, 17, she was really good about being regular calf haver, good mama. She nurses her baby. She does really well. So yeah. So let's say it doesn't help we were into the wee hours of the morning, Monica. Yes, it's true. Carmen says, make sure your coffee and tea is organic, no matter what you drink. Most tea is grown at overseas sewage water. Cool. Thanks. I don't know what to say to that. You just wrecked my world, Carmen. That's just rude. Why do I get organic tea? And isn't sewage water organic? I mean, it's just natural poop, right? Is it organic poop? I guess it's not. Brampton Gardner, hello. How are you? Around here, cows just let you know they're out standing by in the street. Yeah. Yeah, the cows usually, that's the thing too. There's a cow over there at the pasture that has gotten out once. It was our bull. And Eric walked him back next door. Now, he's been on the phone an absurdly long amount of time right now with Uncle David. So I'm a little concerned that something is happening that is not good. So I'm hoping it's good, but I'm not sure that it is. Whenever you get a phone call from one of your pastures where your cows are, if it's a long phone call, it's usually not good. Caleb said our storms didn't end up being as bad as they were trying to make it out to be. It's true. They said they were going to be super bad, but I think tomorrow's actually supposed to be worse. It's supposed to be worse north and south of us tonight, and it's going to dip down and maybe get us. Can you name your Nightbot something different than Nightbot? I'm thinking it should be named Daddy Beans. That would be so cute. I should. I'm still trying to figure out Nightbot. I'm going to actually have to get on this week and really work that out because I'm really not good. It's human poop. I doubt that it's organic. Yeah, I guess not. I mean, really, though, what's the definition of organic? Like, it's not natural or it is natural. Can you have organic poop? Or is only animal poop organic poop? Or is no poop organic poop? I don't know. Gather together. Are you talking to me in the coffee? Yeah, see? I'm trying to listen to him. He just hung up. Okay, he did hang up. Okay, good. Good call, Abigail. So he should be back in soon. OMG, I poofed out of the chat, came back in, and she's talking about poop water. So Carmen said that tea is grown overseas in poop water. Well, she said sewage water. She didn't say poop water. But that's the thing. Is it really? Where does that information come from, Carmen? Because now I'm worried. And I don't even know if I want to take a drink of this tea. It's Lipton. It's not Lipton. It's great value. Maybe they're out there picketing with signs that say, eat more chicken. Could be. That could be exactly what's happening. Apparently, he just got off the phone, so maybe that's good. Poop water. Thanks, Lisa. Ooh, I don't want to Google it. I'm drinking my great value iced tea, and it did taste good before I thought about poop water. I use Starbucks espresso beans. I use a Keurig, but I use reusable K-cups that go in the dishwasher. Ooh, that's smart. I buy the cheap K-cups and I do not reuse them. We do compost the insides and then throw the trash away. I'm not very good about that. And we don't have recycling here because we're in the country and they're like, we don't believe in recycling. I mean, they really don't talk like that, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Gather together. I'm thinking it must be a cow out because Eric's not back yet. So I'm hoping it's not a cow out, but I'm a little nervous. Okay, wait. Carmen does know stuff. I know. Stop saying that, Abigail. Stop reminding me she knows stuff. Not all of the tea is, but a whole lot of it is made in sewage. Why would they put it in sewage water? That's just gross. They use an outhouse to fertilize fields and gardens. Oh. Does that mean that okay, we need to figure this out. Boiling water kills the poop germs. See? Smart thinking, Rochelle. That's how all government workers talk. See? I boiled the water. I stuck the tea bag in. It's been boiled. All the poop germs are gone. No foreign sewage water for me. And if it was sweet tea, y'all wouldn't be saying that about my tea. Oh, they probably would. They'd be like, it's still not organic. Carmen, this is rough. Yes, trust what the government says. That's true. I'm not trusting what the government says. Hi, Tina Ladybug. How are you? Okay, so let's see. Does it? Oh, I missed that part. Okay, so I was going to ask y'all. I wanted to post like a little poll or whatever, but I don't know if I can do it through here. See if I can do it on my computer over here. Let's see if I can post a little poll. Well, let's see. I was going to post a poll to see. Maybe not. Okay, well, I'll ask anyway. So what do you think? I know. Don't you love these color changing cups? My favorite is the ones with like all the little confetti in them because they're clear and I can see all my stuff inside. But now I'm not going to want it because I'm worried that now it's going to look like poop water. And that's all I'm going to think about. It's poop water. Gross. I'm not adding sugar. Okay. So here's my question. Right at the top, lots of sugar and tea bags. I bet. Hey, LG Homestead, how are you tonight? Okay, so we were just talking about organic tea because if it's not organic tea bags or coffee, then it could be made from sewage water overseas. That's what we just finished discussing. Okay, so on to my next question. What is your favorite form of social media? Or maybe your most used form of social media? What do you use most? I mean, I know you're on YouTube, so you would think it's an obvious choice, but it's not necessarily an obvious choice. It doesn't have to be an obvious choice, okay? So my question is, what's your favorite form of social media? What do you use the most or do you like to use the most? Like I love Instagram. So we're on Instagram, on Facebook, and obviously on YouTube here. But like just because you're on YouTube in the evening, what do you like the best? Yeah, I know Lisa loves her some Instagram. Hey, Jesse and Lisa, how are you? You won an evening with Monica and Eric, but Eric's not here yet because he got a phone call from the pasture where some of our cattle are, and that's concerning because he's not back yet. So could be a baby, could be an animal that escaped from the pasture. We shall see. I don't know if it's actually super water. That doesn't sound ethical. Super water, supper water. Yeah. Instagram is for sure lazy days with Jesse and Lisa. That's their favorite. Yeah. Facebook stinks. Instagram is easy. Rochelle says for personal and friends, Facebook. For pictures and short videos, Instagram. I agree. East Texas, Facebook, many accounts. Yeah. Caleb loves Snapchat and Instagram. Yeah, Snapchat. I forgot about that. I don't really do a Snapchat. I mean, Twitter might be your choice too. Maybe you love that. Let's see. What a baby, not Monica again. No, I'm talking about a baby like at a pasture, like a new baby, like a new calf. Gardening and YouTube and Insta. Okay, gardening is YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see who else. See what else we got here. Let's see. Then TikTok. Huga Homestead likes TikTok. Oh, you got. Let's see. Instagram for Huga Homestead too. Natural sweetener, honey. That's true. How late Lori is. Lori was probably over. Look, Tim's got a thing going on where he was at that like thing that he went to up in Oklahoma. So I think the shoot dang thing. So I think a lot of people are over there too, which is totally fine. I love Instagram. I keep Facebook because of family. Yeah, me too. Facebook, I do my 31 business. I do a lot of the beef sales and things like that. I work business through there with animals and things. And I love it for the groups. Honestly, Facebook is a great resource for groups of people where you can get together and share knowledge. I love it for the homesteading community there for sure. But I do like Instagram and then YouTube, obviously. Gather Together says YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Huga says then TikTok. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's say I go back. Facebook, many accounts, Snapchat. Okay, I'm going back. I'm behind. It gets to be too much with too many platforms. It really does. Oh, okay. Oh no. Abigail said, ooh, dad is calling someone else. I'm guessing the neighbor behind Uncle David's because he said that guy has a bull in his yard with a brand that looks like a C. But a C isn't ours. Ours is a PLR. Hey, Leanne, how are you? Don't you have locators on the clips on the ears? No, we don't. So we just brand them and have clips on the ears. We do not have locators on those clips. I don't even know that was a thing. I mean, I guess it's a thing, right? But most of them stay at our place for about a quarter of the year and then they go to other pastures. So it wasn't really a thing, but I guess I should have. No, maybe I need to look that up. Instagram is easy to navigate and no copyright strikes. Yeah, it's true. Instagram is definitely easy to navigate. Um, I really like Instagram too. Facebook for marketplace only. And that makes sense. I like Facebook for the groups. I really do. I love the canning groups. I'm in a Rebel canning group over there. I'm on a lot of homestead groups. I love it for my VIP group that I run myself. I do a couple things like that. I really like it for a business point of view, but I also like it because that's where a lot of my family is still. There's family that's just not here on YouTube and they don't see me here and they don't watch me here, and that's okay. And they're not on Instagram too. So I definitely use Facebook for a lot of things. So, and the marketplace is really good. I definitely use it for animals too, to sell and buy. Let's see who else is here. Oh, that's so funny. Rochelle said LG always makes fun of me when I'm late. That's funny. I have a Capone Cabin for page and Instagram. So you have a Facebook page and Instagram. Yeah. So that makes sense. Hey, Kenny and Angie, how are you? Abundant Acres Homestead. And yes, yeah, Huga Homestead, I do. I use Venmo and PayPal, and I even use Zelle too. I use all that. I use Facebook Pay sometimes too, depending on what I'm doing. So, and yeah, I don't do TikTok. I started and then I stopped. So, hi, my Raindrop Life. How are you? I hope you're doing good tonight. Eric is busy right now. There apparently is a cow situation that is being handled. And I don't know why I'm still leaning over like Eric's here and I have to worry about him. I'm just going to put it on me. It's me. Okay. Anyway, Heather Lynn says, I use Instagram, but I don't know how to use it to the fullest. Well, and that's something that takes time and you just practice, right? I joined Twitter, but I don't know how to use it. Yeah, I tried that before, LG. Okay, so Lori, I tried Twitter and then I was like, backing up. I don't, it doesn't compute in this brain of mine. Like I cannot figure Twitter out. I'm not savvy enough. I don't know. My brain can't figure it out. So I'm like, look, I'm just going to stick with what I've got. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm stick with those three. That's my brain. That's what it can handle in this little brain of mine. That's what I'm sticking with. So let's see. Yeah, Leanne. Yeah, I can't do anymore. Yes, but I'm thinking it's neighbor. Oh, maybe. Okay. So what's the scoop, Eric? Living in Abundant Grace Homestead. Hello, how are you? Oh, Leanne just set up a Twitter account from her channel last week. Very nice. Ooh, Lisa just scored something big on Marketplace. Nice.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
We're talking about what different social media accounts people like, or something that they choose, or what do they like the most, or what they're using. Oh, Kenny and Angie have a TikTok. Excuse me. Gather the Others Homestead said, I got rid of TikTok. It was addicting and took way too much of my time. Yeah. And Carmen does say, yeah, agrees. Facebook groups really are wonderful. I agree. There you are. You're back.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, nice to be here, huh? Thanks for joining me finally. I appreciate it. Why are you going to go? Wait, you can just see if we back it up a little bit, and then we can both be in here. See, you can share. I'll share with you. Also, I don't know who has Twitter to the fullest. Yeah, I understand, Heather Lynn. Let's see. Let's see who else is here. Kettle Kitchen still saying hey to everybody that he hasn't seen yet. Broke Cowgirl, I use Facebook, however, ventures off into Instagram. Yeah, I will say Instagram's great. Do you guys listen to podcasts? I only ask because that's one of the platforms I've been using too. I love podcasts. Hi, Harvey Black. How are you? I love podcasts. And, for sure. No, yours is PLP. I have a shirt to prove it. I received a new PLR shirt, but the Texas brand shows up PLP. I must have got the last shirt that was made on a Friday. What? Will you send me a picture of that, Jesse, please? Because it should not say PLP. It should totally be an R. And if it's bad, if it's a mess up, I need to know so that I can call Spring and they can resend it, because it shouldn't say PLP.
Yeah, we gotta have you repping.
Because I didn't get it to my house first and then have it to you. I send it straight to you from Spring. So, oh my gosh. I need to definitely check that out. So, hey, Ren's Homestead, how are you? Let's see. I'm going to go scroll down because I'm behind in the thing here. Sorry, guys. Gonna be so sleepy tomorrow, Lori. My Brampton Twitter account has been blocked, but I've never used it, so I'm sure it's what happened. Oh my gosh. No, I totally use Venmo all the time. I think people stop using Venmo because they're keeping track of things more so now than they ever did. So I think that's a problem. I think that's what people are worried about. Let's see. Now that Elon bought it, I'm on it with the LG Homestead account and personal account. Yeah, Elon Musk bought Twitter, and I think a lot of people are hopping over there now. Twitter used to be a vent session party. I had it in high school. Oh my gosh, Carmen's such a baby. She's a young child. Has anyone tried Truth Social? I haven't.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Yeah. I'm gonna lost how to use Twitter for my channel. Yeah, the co-star is back. Yes, he's back. When did I get invited on the show? Wait, it takes time to build it up. Wait, oh, Monica, who's the guest? We have no guest tonight. Just Eric and myself. Yeah, Truth Social is confusing. Oh, okay.
You know, that was
That's true, Kettle Kitchen. Yeah,
that was part of the problem
food drool
that I faced when we were looking at possibly doing. What was the other one? Like YouTube? What was the other platform?
Twitter,
not Rumble.
YouTube? Oh, it was Rumble.
It is Rumble?
It's Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, Rumble was an absolute nightmare. And
yeah, we tried to use it. We tried to hop over there, but
Rumble had their opportunity when everything was going crazy with the political stuff.
Yeah.
Rumble had their opportunity. There was the president or whoever that guy was that's sending out all the Facebook messages. And, you know, I went over there. I couldn't even figure out how to upload something. So
they totally messed up your shirt. We're going to call them about that. Look at that. They messed up his shirt. It's a PL. Let's see if I can get it to show up.
You interrupted me. I was in the middle of my.
Oh, sorry. PLP.
Yeah.
That's so terrible.
Now you got a dust rag, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to get that replaced for you. I will definitely be calling Spring and have him send you a new one. So sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, let's talk to phone call. So what's up with the phone call?
Well, I can't be telling everybody my business.
Yeah, we need to know. So it was at the pasture where the animals are. So is the bull out, or did their baby born, or what? And Abigail said she thinks she heard something about a bull. So
we need to talk to our daughter about eavesdropping.
Okay. So what's up? What's happening?
Talk off camera.
No, come on, for real. What's up? Everybody wants to know.
So you know this is part of farming life. You know, a lot of times, well, ranching life, I'll put it that way. When you're dealing with farm animals, ranch animals, you know, at any given moment, things can change. And if you've been able to catch some of our shorts here recently, the one that we dropped this week, and
what was that one? Him hiding?
Yeah, this was hide and seek.
Mm-hmm. Well, the previous one I think was him escaping. So, is he playing hide and seek at the other pasture again?
So, look, here's I'll tell you what happened. Then I gotta address the, you know, what probably happened, why he got out the first time. But
she wasn't eavesdropping; she was spying. Rochelle said she's made it very clear, and Abigail says yes, exactly.
So, yeah, this is one of the gentlemen that we work with on his property, and some of our videos we've spent so much time reinforcing the fences. The problem with Texas is a lot of times you have dry creek beds until you have wet season.
Oh yeah.
And we are in wet season. So somehow his cows got out of his pasture
with the neighbor
on the backside, the big piece.
Oh.
And so I guess when he was bringing them back, somehow the bull got with them. And so he was pulling his cows off because the other interesting piece about the land here in Texas, you have a lot of area that you don't know is like clay until it gets really wet. Yeah. And so he's actually had several of his cows that have died.
Behind. This is the property behind.
Yeah. So where the property line is, there's like a river, if you will, that runs this way. A river that runs through it.
You can't see the hands, by the way.
A river that runs through it.
A river that runs through it, like Brad Pitt?
Yes. You can go out there and fly fish and all this stuff. Okay. Why did you say yes?
Hey, Rich, how are you? Because that's a good movie.
All right.
Thor Haven loves that movie too. And he's not on here, but
that's a lady movie.
How about when you told him that he like thought he was like Brad Pitting it out with his outfit and his beard and everything? He was like, oh.
I made his day.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the interview with Thor Haven, go back and find that one because it's funny. When we said something about him like looking like Brad Pitt or like trying to imitate Brad Pitt with his like look, he was like,
with his luscious locks.
He was like, wait, what? It was awesome.
Anyway, so the problem is that a lot of times them cows, because they're so heavy, they get their feet into like this clayous material, and it becomes like a suction cup. And the cows will basically they don't necessarily drown. They just exhaust themselves trying to get their feet out of the mud.
That was like me in the garden today. It was hard.
We're talking about life and death, and you're talking about how you got stuck in the water. Come on, Monica.
It was rough. Okay, go ahead. Anyway, finish.
Anyway,
so he was taking his cows back.
He's over on the other side now.
Who is? Our cow?
The bull.
Our bull.
Yes.
Is it his property?
He went for a visit.
Did he took him though? He didn't just escape.
Not 100% on that one. Anyway, he's going to fix the fence tomorrow, and he's supposed to push the bull back on our side.
Okay. You told him he likes cubes.
Yes.
Cold and like handed to him little pieces broken this tall.
And
he can't. He has to break them to like an inch and a half.
So he doesn't like, choke.
Mouth fed. No. Y'all should have seen me trying to get out of the mud today. Lori, was it bad? Like for real though, the mud is nasty over here. It's so bad.
So they have, and I can't remember if I told this before.
Troy, we could have been twinsies. I had to take a shower, so we get shower hair.
Down here, close to where we live, they have like the sandy loam, and then they have what they call black land.
It was rough. And
the black land is like, it's just like black clay, man. You want to talk about miserable to dig. Post hole diggers, we get 2 at a time. Get a scoop, put the post hole digger over to one of the little kids scrape it while you're going down with the next set, and they got to keep up. It's a full thing. Yeah, East Texas over here, black gumbo.
Yeah. It's been rough up in Oklahoma. They've had a lot of rain and a lot of tornadoes. During the drought, we've had a cow get stuck in stock tanks, drag them out with a tractor, but they usually don't make it after that. Yeah, I bet that's rough.
Yeah, because a lot of times what happens is they exhaust themselves so much that they just give up on life. I don't know how an animal does that, but they do. They just give up on life, and they're just like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and.
You mean like the turkeys that see the rain and they're like, oh, and then they like gulp it down and then they die? Turkeys are dumb. And they're smart when they're older, but they are so dumb. And they will literally just like hold their face up to the rain and just die. It's just ridiculous. Some animals. Yeah. Gwen said black land gumbo. Thank goodness we don't have it. The next pasture over is. It's so weird though, how that works. Like some of the land literally right next door to us is different than what we have. And East Texas said most of Texas is black gumbo. We were blessed to buy a place with sandy soil. So we actually have both here on our property, which is.
We're right on the line.
We're on the line, which is why we're both.
So it's like it's a good mix. We actually have very good land. We're very thankful for that.
Very fortunate. So the fence in the back pasture is busted now, or it's just tended enough that our girls are going to stay in?
Not 100%.
Got it.
But the bull's safe. He said the bull's safe.
I know, but I'm worried about the rest of the herd. The rest of the head. They have a head count. All the rest of ours are good.
He was done with them, remember? He already got, I guess he tagged.
No, I'm just asking if the rest of our herd is good. Like they're there. Like they're still like.
That's a good question. I better make sure this guy knows.
Can you make sure he knows we have 9 or whatever it is, 7? You need to get a head count. By the way, we have a bunch over there. Plus we might have a girl with a baby. Eric, what do you know? Carmen wants to know. Monica, next time you take the call. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's do that.
No, don't do that.
Let's do that. No,
hey, y'all, I can't stay. Good. Love you guys. Plan is to be in the area Friday and Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. I'll be in touch for sure. That's perfect. We'll be in town. We will be around that weekend because Abigail actually graduates the weekend before Memorial weekend. She graduates on the 20th, and then the 21st we're having a party. So we'll be around. So keep in touch. Okay, Troy? Thank you. See you, man. Yeah, that bowl is busy. I always thought gumbo was Cajun food. Ren's Homestead, you're right. It is Cajun food, but apparently it's dirt too. At least it's not the foreign pea water that my tea bags and coffee bags are being grown in. I mean, it could be worse, right? Black gumbo mud or pea water tea bags.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Well, they're rascally, man. I mean, that's the thing that when you talk to people about bulls, I mean, you just gotta You take the good with the bad, because all it takes is, a female, and I think they can smell up to like 2 or 3 miles away. So if they get that scent, they're going.
Yeah.
So that was one of the videos that we put up, a short where we had to get our bull back into the property. And yeah, I don't even feel like talking about that right now. That was exhausting trying to figure it out. We were like crime scene investigators trying to figure out how he got out of the pasture, because he didn't jump the fence. He's not a fence jumper. And plus it had rained the night before. So if he had jumped the fence, you would have seen like big hoof imprints, like bam, down into the mud.
Like when I was in the garden earlier and I was sinking into my ankles.
Monica, this is not all about you in the garden. It's not.
Everything is about me in the garden. Bullheaded is an appropriate expression. How old is said bull? He is probably about 5. He's about 5.
5 or 6.
Yeah, I think he's probably about 6 now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, sounds like high school.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing is you got to
everybody wants chocolate now.
You got to keep them busy. What?
I know everybody wants chocolate now. Talking about chocolate in the chat.
Oh, they're done with the bull.
They were talking about that earlier. We've talked about a lot of things already so far. Different social media accounts, all the different things. And look, it's only 8:30. I mean, like, we've got time.
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
No, I beat you to it this time.
So today I was in my garden.
Oh, I have. Look, see, now you're talking about something else, and they don't want to. Everybody's peeling out.
They're leaving.
If you pull up the emails, you can.
Oh, is that what it is, Gwen? Well, there you have it. That's about the age they start roaming, and you can't keep them in. Really? I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I have not heard that before.
Yeah. So he doesn't usually, like, he's super chill and doesn't care about much. Like, when I say he's super chill, I mean, like, he's like super chill. What do you do?
I'm just waiting for your stories to finish.
Anyway, so yeah, I never heard that before. What are you talking about? That looks.
These were all the pictures I sent you.
Oh, okay. So I have to go to the email, which means we can't see ourselves for a minute.
No, you don't have to. I'm just showing you.
Got it. Okay, Monica in the garden. Ready?
Monica in the garden.
So
all about Monica.
Eric tilled the. I started the story with Eric.
Wait.
Eric tilled the garden over the weekend.
You're welcome. I didn't hear.
Eric tilled the garden over the weekend.
I didn't hear.
And tilling the garden makes it super. So do you think it's proper etiquette to post on your subs channels? What do you mean? Like what do you mean? Give me an example. I'll tell you what I think. That's funny. Erica's all serious in the story. Monica looks like ahem, and shakes her head yes. I try to go along with what he's saying. I'm trying to listen.
She's going to take the phone call next time.
I'm not taking the phone call. I will not take the phone call. So, okay, I'm waiting for Capone Cabin. So you think it's proper etiquette to post on your sub channels? What do you mean post on your subs channels? Like post video links, post your information? I've seen it many times. Close family friend has a very large ranch, runs 4,000 head of mama cows, and won't keep a bull past the age of 5 because of the roaming issue. Got it. I try to stop by everyone's channel that are subbed to me. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. That's a lot. That can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
So Leanne, he got a phone call and he had to leave because the cow got out.
Don't be recapping. If she can't be proper enough to be here on time, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so but you rolled out. So anyway, so I was in the garden today because Eric had tilled over the weekend, and tilling makes it like all fluffy. And my fear now is that next week, same show, so I can get a word in made for Christmas. You never know. He tilled it up, and so when he's tilling now, I'm getting a little more nervous that it's breaking apart all the roots that are in the ground that are trying to like really get in there and root in there well.
Because tomato plants have like foot-long roots. Go ahead, continue.
They do. If I bury them deep, they can have big long roots. Okay.
Yeah, they're like trees. Absolutely.
Anyway, hi Danny. Okay, so here's the thing. Ready? He's tilling with the tiller and he's going like in between stuff and he's like flicking dirt everywhere. And I'm just trying to be so grateful that he's doing this. I really am trying hard. And so it turned up everything. So everything's real soft and all beautiful looking and it looks really pretty. And aesthetically, it is perfect. It looks amazing. However, after 4 days of rain, it is like very soft. Very soft. And so like all like my posts are like stakes are all leaning over. The
Oh,
stakes
whoa.
that are supposed to be, it's not because you tilled. So I'm going in there and oh, see, blame me, Eric. I had Leanne preoccupied. It was Jesse and Lisa. Jesse was doing it. So the thing is that my stakes that were supposed to be holding the tomato plants up started to droop from the wind. And because the ground is so soft around them, it was really hard for them to stay in their place. Like they were just, it was soft. So in the areas where we didn't till, it was really hard ground and things were pretty much still fine. But yeah, so Gwen doesn't till at all after planting. So some of the areas we're not tilling, and we're going to see how that goes. So needless to say, needless to say, it would be cool enough for us. Needless to say, I was sinking down to my like ankles today in thick mud. I don't like to sink down and destroy I like when it's like undisturbed. I like when it's there. How are my peppers? Mine are still tiny, not sure.
I know. I need to address that. You can't just start like
so anyway,
throwing
so the garden
shade
is super wet.
And
the
then
garden is super wet and super like that's a thing. And so anyway, it was really difficult today to tend to the garden when I was down to my ankles and I was sloshing around there. So
okay,
but my peppers are doing okay, but they're still kind of smallish.
Hold up, time out. You can't be acting like you're walking in the garden as a 1,000-pound animal. Okay.
I am a pretty big girl.
Okay. Settle down a lot.
I'm a big girl?
You didn't sink down to your ankles.
I did sink to my ankles. I have it on video.
Hey, you know them pictures?
I recorded
them pictures I took? Guess what? I walked in the garden.
Well, that's fine and dandy.
Did I sink down?
Did you walk where I walked? Did you walk where I walked? Or did you walk where the untilled areas were?
Anyway, my point is...
see? He walked where it was untilled.
No, my point...
Because the hard spots were the untilled areas.
But you can't sit there.
Hi, Lavender for Luck. How are you? You've just entered on a debate between Eric and I, which happens pretty much weekly.
But you can't... Okay, I would like to say hi to whoever that was, but I got to stay
Lavender
focused
for
here.
Luck.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't act like all them plants out there have a root system.
And look, Ren's Homestead, tomatoes can definitely have a foot-long root system. Boom. Boom. And then we got G's Loving Homesteader right here. What did she say? Don't till all of it. Get the soil biology going. Soil biology. She's a homeschool mom.
Okay.
She knows about these things.
Look, here's the thing. Ready?
I did show him my boots.
What we're not going to do.
He didn't walk where I walked.
I'm not going to till up next to the plants. Monica makes it out like I'm going out with a tiller pulled behind the tractor and just like going willy-nilly up in there.
I have video evidence. Here's why he didn't go willy-nilly this year. And he didn't go in between the plants.
Because she whines like a little baby.
Because in years past, he has literally tilled up my plants. And then I go in there and he's like, oh, I didn't see it. So I plant herbs between.
Why did I not see it?
Because I planted them between plants or I planted them in the middle of the rows. That's why.
No, but why do I not see it?
Tomato root systems are widespread.
Explain to the people.
Because there's probably grass there.
There you go.
But the grass is on top. You don't understand. The root systems that we need for those plants. I do understand.
You don't understand. Because what happens is it's
grass okay not to till.
Grows up to your knees, and then you complain about the grasshoppers.
I do not complain about the grasshoppers
crickets.
And the crickets. We don't get those. I don't complain about crickets. I never complain about crickets.
I'm
when
do
I complain about crickets?
I'm going to start recording.
Start recording me complaining about
and
crickets.
I want to see
crickets.
I want to see
and grasshoppers, y'all. Grasshoppers will come whether the grass is tall or not. FYI, if we have grasshoppers,
I want to see the video evidence of me tilling.
Oh my gosh, look at that! Wait, evidence of you tilling?
Tilling up stuff.
You haven't done it in a year. Eric walked in her boots for a day. Walk in her boots for a day, will ya? Well, let's see. Who tills after planting? Eric tills. Farmers do. Farmers do. Farmers' wives do not.
Here's the thing. If I'm leaving, look, the tomato plant.
Oh, what kind did you get?
Hold on. The tomato plant is, let's say, the biggest one.
Yeah, they stink at pulling weeds.
Let's say the biggest one is 18 inches. Do you think the root system is also 18 inches? Because I'd be more than happy to do any kind of test to prove that that is not the case.
They do get bigger. The thing is you like to till all season long in between the rows.
We're not talking about all season long. We're talking about right now.
But you or do you not? We're gonna go full trial here. Do you or do you not like to till all season long between the rows? Yes or no? Now you sound like one of those Johnny Depp lawyers or Amber Heard. I think it's an Amber Heard lawyer.
I like to help you.
Oh,
See, I like to help
hi,
you.
Jake. How are you?
Give me some room. You're like blocking me off. You're in my space now. You got my temperature rising.
Oh my word, Jake. We got plenty of rain.
Well, so that's the thing. I mean, the other piece of it is, who knew that we were going to get 18 inches of rain?
God did.
Okay, well, that doesn't really help me now, does it?
Carmen said, Eric, you have to chill with the till.
Is that like the O.J. Simpson thing?
Okay, so Danny, who was gardener. Okay, so Danny,
it's just in her name.
Our tomatoes have been in the ground for probably about a month. They've been in the ground. Yeah, for about a month. They were in right before April 1st, I believe. So yeah. Oh, look. Jake said my chickens were building a boat. Jake said Jesse said what we have here is failure to communicate.
Oh, no. No, we're definitely communicating.
No, I'm very good at communicating what I want Eric not to do in my garden.
After the fact. Let me tell you something.
Oh, here you go. Plants often have similar amounts of growth above and below the ground. And when you prune on the top, it's actually sloughs some of the roots to keep it even. Wow, that's really smart. Well, I have a good 2 feet of tomato plants in several areas.
And how close did I get? Since you're so great with measurements, why don't you tell me?
You got pretty close. Within 2 feet. Within 2 feet.
Really?
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Yeah. Joe Serrano, hello.
Okay, let's see. I need to look up these boots then. I'm gonna have to look at these. Hold on.
Les Chameaux.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at them. I'm gonna have to write them down so I can
Les Chameaux. Yeah, so that's been an ongoing issue with Monica. She goes through boots like you wouldn't believe.
Because I'm an outdoorsy girl.
Really?
Well, the thing is that I wear my boots out. Like I wear my boots all the time. I'm always in my muck boots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Then yes, those roots could absolutely be over a foot spread. See? Thank you, Danny.
No, look. Now I feel like people are ganging up on me.
Thank you. All these people. No tilling.
That was cringe.
Oh, no. You saying cringe is cringe. Hey, Lisa Colofi, how are you? We're discussing how Eric is cringy right now.
All right.
Because he's saying I am. He's using words he shouldn't be using at almost 45 years old. And he's tilling my garden, making it all smooshy, and I'm smooshing it. I'm into my ankles. He's saying I'm not, but I actually am. We talked about iced tea earlier, and we talked about a lot of stuff. Tomatoes, due to their taproot system, have a deep root going down up to 3 feet in extreme cases, which happens when the plant is in search of water or nutrients in poor but loose soil conditions.
We've never had that. Never.
We had very loose soil conditions. You know why? Because my plants were like this. And the soil, it was like, because it was so wet.
I like how all that is my fault.
I never said it was your fault.
Because
I did not directly say it was Eric's fault. However, I started the story with Eric tilling, which may have led to the inference of it being his fault. But if you think it's your fault, that is not that I said directly it was your fault.
Oh, you've definitely told me it's my fault. I mean, there's no other way around it.
It was your fault. It takes me about 14 months to go through a pair of Hunters, and I keep doing it because they're so comfy and versatile. Hose them off, they're good for town too. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for those.
Yeah, so Monica is really good at communicating with how poorly I'm doing with tilling. Okay, let's be real honest.
You till really well. I just don't like tilling as much.
Yeah, but the thing is that she's an excellent communicator after it's already been completed.
This is even worse.
What?
Nathan said, root knowledge. It's the tip of the roots that they use for the water. So if you destroy the young roots, it won't get the water it needs. So the little baby roots are like stretching out off to the side. And here comes Eric. You just tilled them over.
That's dumb.
You destroyed those baby roots. Some
so
varieties
dumb.
of tomato are very weak, and gardeners have to provide additional support in addition to providing a strong root system. I provided stakes in the ground. However, my stakes blew over from the wind
Did you-
and the softened soil.
oh my goodness.
Just messing.
Just out of curiosity,
It's-
did you or
it's
did
not
you not
actually his
want,
fault, you know.
want to attach it to the cattle panels that we look?
I did.
At the
So
big-
right now
no,
I
no,
have
no, no.
I have
Oh, wait,
cattle panels here,
Can I?
and then I have like a
Still
space
can't.
before the cattle panels, and so then I have this like stake that's here, and the little plants here, and there's like this much of a gap, so I have to hook it to the stake, and then I have the stake, but I didn't hook the stake to the cattle panel, so that's my fault. I'll admit that. Anyway, go ahead, come on.
At the beginning of the year, I told you to do whatever you thought was best.
So one day I was in this live chat with a husband and wife for having a conversation.
Well, that's not this place because this is a monologue over here. There ain't no,
Loose soil,
there's no
Eric's fault. Too
conversation.
much rain, Eric's fault. Death of baby roots, Eric's fault.
Eric's on a roll.
Good call, Lori. The wind is the government's fault. It's not Eric's fault. He can't control the wind. Eric's just straight up killing baby roots.
See, wow.
Rich said his favorite candy bar, baby roots. That's true, Lori. I agree too. The stake not being attached is also the government's fault. I am pro tomato
Yeah.
roots.
You know
Yes,
what?
Brampton Gardner, pro baby tomato roots.
You know what though? Here's the thing.
Baby
ready?
tomato roots lives matter.
Uh,
I'm just saying. I went there.
You know, I feel like there's so much political undertones to our gardening conversation.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, it's like literally not Eric's fault. It's just we got a lot of rain.
It's
but
too late.
but
You
because the
already put
soil,
it out there.
I will say
Everybody that left because you were blaming me.
this is what Eric says every time he gets in the garden. Vroom vroom, baby roots is still in time. Yeah, needless to say, yeah, LG must have gotten a tax notice today. She's saying everything's government fault.
Jake's gonna be doing one of his lives tomorrow. To follow
Did
up.
you know the government has controlled the taproot system for baby vines and whatever? Anyway, no, yeah, a huge rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh wait, Gwen said I have a couple videos on how I weed my garden after it's planted, but you do not till the garden after it's planted.
Okay. Let me.
Let the states decide. I can't even. Let the states decide the fate of the below soil tomato plants. Hey, Nikki Gardeners, how are you? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I need to do one, Eric. You should. It's the government's fault that
Yeah.
we should outlaw tilling after planting. We should maybe get the law to, maybe it should be a state issue that, you know, in Texas, you should not be able to till the ground after planting in protection of the baby roots. Not the candy bar baby roots, but the actual tomato baby roots. Hey, little Frenchie, how are you? Oh my goodness. We're talking about how Eric destroyed my garden single-handedly in one little till. No, I'm just joking.
Well, first of all, it's a big tiller.
He didn't.
So
It is a big.
the little one doesn't ever
Jake
work.
said, "Shh, the wife is here." Oh my gosh, we're getting thunder rumblings now, and it's not from Taco Bell. Jesse said, "Hey, sunfish assassin, how are you?"
What's going on? You're new in here. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
in. Ren's Homestead is right. I don't think anyone's allowed to tell Texas what to do. And I'm pretty sure Jake will agree with you on that one. And so will Jesse. Don't disturb the baby roots. Yes. Hey, Fishes and Loaves Life, how are you?
Okay, so
Thanks for coming in here.
all right, so here I feel like, okay, how do I say this?
I've already said several times it's not Eric's fault.
No, I feel like sometimes there's a difference in how you work your garden.
Now Eric's bragging about the size of his tiller. I didn't say that.
Okay, anyway.
How are your fields with all the rain we've been having? Well, let me tell you, I was in the garden today and
We're not doing this
I
again.
can't do this again. I just told the story, but I was sinking down low. Okay. It was up to my knees. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my goodness, this story just keeps getting bigger.
It's
and
almost
bigger.
like when I went on my vacation last year when I was gone for so
For a
long.
month and a half.
Hey, there's a Southeast Homestead meetup in South Carolina. Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
I'm going to be in South Carolina in the end of July. I'll have to stop by if it's any time around then. That would be so cool if I like bombarded a different states meetup while I was just
All
visiting.
right, I gotta address this though. I mean, Look, so that's like
So nice, Carmen. You're so
no,
nice.
read the whole thing though, because at the end she's
Eric
like,
was just being a good husband, trying to fix
yeah.
the weed problem. He didn't mean to kill off tomato roots.
She's like low key blaming me. She's in the same boat as you. Get that off the screen.
That's so great. Thank you. I'm glad you popped in to have some fun with us and laugh at Eric's misfortunes. My misfortunes because of
Okay,
Eric.
so let me ask this though. Let me ask this for the gardeners out there. Is it possible that there's a different way to handle your garden if it's smaller? Right? Because I feel like sometimes if you have what?
Rich says, Eric says, how do I say this? And Monica says, you don't. I'm speaking still. But then Jesse followed up with, so Eric is a baby root killer with his Taylor. Sounds like a new Texas country song. So go ahead and answer. Go ahead.
Okay, so the thing is, like, if let's say you have a couple raised beds. Okay.
Yes, you have a couple raised beds.
A couple 4x8s. I didn't mean for
4x8s. I'm your hype girl. I'm hyping you. Go ahead. I've got this.
No, you already tore me down. I can't.
I'm hyping you up.
Anyway, but it's different for you to have weed control over something like that, opposed to a garden that's larger, and you don't have time to sit out there and pull weed by weed. You have to think big. It's big time. This is big time. You hear what I'm saying?
Jake said you need a hoe.
Big time.
Jake said you need a hoe. HOE. And Capone Cabin says, let it go. Let it go. And LG says size doesn't matter. And Gwen says, you don't till raised beds at all.
Well, no, I wouldn't till a raised bed because then you got to lift the tiller up in there.
And Danny wants to know. Okay, to answer Eric's question, she's taking you serious. Actually, I didn't actually.
It's a serious question.
Maybe, I'm going to be serious though. I didn't actually hear what he said. Okay, to answer Eric's question, let's need information. How many tomato plants do you have? And Carmen says it's called mulching.
No, mulching's not
mulching. And she again.
No.
And again, oh, sorry, that's not Carmen. Nathan says it's called mulching, and Nathan says again, I say mulching very loudly. And Gwen says hula ho. Is that a Hawaiian lady?
Look, I don't know.
That's really bad. I'm
Carla
so sorry.
with Living a Rogue Life. Hello.
Hey, how are you? She came in. We're talking about hoes.
Look, here's the thing. I'm not against or opposed to trying different things.
Garden fabric.
The problem that I have with the mulch is if it doesn't work. Because look,
I agree. It's really good.
Up in Maryland, when we had flower beds and stuff like that, it didn't matter what you did. The weeds came. The weeds never stopped. So that's my concern is once you put the mulch in there, if it doesn't work, then you got to go in and try to till with all this bark and stuff in there.
What's a mantis tile? A mantis tile will chop up the top inch or two of the surface and knock back the weeds. There you go.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
The heavier the mulch, the less the weeds. No, the tiller, you're like digging down and you're grabbing the baby plants and you're ripping their life out.
Settle down. It never got like that. Did you see my face? Did I have angry face?
I don't know.
No, I didn't have angry face. You know how I was tilling? This is how I was tilling. Ready? I get to do this again for my lovely wife. She's going to be so thankful as I'm pushing it through. Yay!
No, he didn't see that. You know why? Because at the end, he said, I'm just going to say I'm sorry in advance. And I was like, oh no, what'd you do? Oh, wait, Fish and Love Life said, I broke my dad's old cultivating hoe. I can't say that in any other circle on YouTube.
Gotta be careful with that.
Lisa and Jesse, or Jesse says, let it hoe, let it hoe. The tiller just has to go. Let it hoe, let it hoe. Tillin stirs up. Wait.
I wonder if he's like musically inclined. He keeps using these references of songs.
Brandon Gardner says the tiller still stirs up new weed seeds. I have actually heard that, by the way. A mantis tiller. Okay, now I got to look up mantis tiller. Cardboard, then mulch. If the weeds didn't stop, if the weeds don't stop, then you didn't mulch enough. Sawdust like chip flakes and also keeps the slugs down. A hula hoe is great too. Okay, so wait, what's the other one?
I don't know.
I got a mantis tiller and a hula hoe.
Let's look it up.
I'm going to look it up. Mantis.
Let's look it up.
Tiller, hula hoe.
Hey, by the way, if you're in here and haven't had a chance to hit that thumbs up yet, do so. If you haven't had a chance to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or haven't subscribed yet, or if you've been encouraged to unsubscribe because of Monica's behavior, please reconsider to resubscribe. Please continue.
If you won't subscribe because of my behavior, you're fine. Just don't even worry about it. Just don't. You're just better off staying away. It's not going to get better. That's why. Till first, hoe the rest of the year. Even Jake says it. Jake's your buddy. You should listen to him.
Okay, well, just because
Glenn says, okay, here's the thing. In a very large garden, ours used to be an acre, the rows were much farther apart, and we used the tractor to plow between not disturbing the roots.
I'm not disturbing the roots.
You could be.
Monica is telling stories. That's the problem we're having right now.
And Capone Cabin. Look, you better listen to these people. Her last name is Capone. I never till in between rows after planting.
Let me ask you this question. We're getting serious again. Stop laughing and having a good time.
Chocolate?
Stop having a good time and listen to me. Did you have heavy winds here today?
I don't know. I don't think so. Just a lot of rain.
What? Earlier I asked you if you had heavy winds.
I mean, we had some winds. We had winds enough that was blowing the rain, but just a lot of rain.
Okay, so
Eric doesn't have enough time to till the garden. Monica's always hiding the cows in the pasture.
This is rain blowing completely sideways. So that seems like pretty significant wind. Hat Creek Homestead, hello, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
If you're just now coming into Monica being always right. So
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
I'm sorry.
I have a weird tool my German grandfather gave my dad. Now I have it. It's just easy to remove weeds. What is it? What's it called then?
Again, here's the thing. You got a large garden. Thank you, Broke Cowgirl. Thank you. Because they're using a tractor to go through. I am not getting near your roots. I am not getting near the roots.
Does it have spikes? And can you turn it? Yeah, I wonder. Obviously, Eric doesn't watch our channel with the no-till method.
No,
he does watch it.
I do, and I've seen your Home Depot boxes laying up on your flower gardens.
She just did a thing on that too. Yeah, I hit the dislike button. LOL, just kidding.
I'm getting ready to hit the dislike button. Leave my comments. Can it just be the guy doing the talking?
Oh, look, Amazon. There's an Amazon link for the Mantis tiller. I'm going to go look that up.
Yeah. So look,
I'll be back.
Don't even try to tease me saying that you're going to be back.
A hula ho does sound like a Hawaiian dancer.
5 seconds
because we're super behind. I got to go back. Look. Look at that. I'm super behind on it. My husband just has to figure out how to till the flower bed for me without having a tiller. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So
the Garden Weasel claw tool is the coolest weeding tool I've ever seen. We have that. That's what I use. I
do too.
The little
go please. Thing. Oh my goodness! I wish I could take you outside right now and show everybody how ridiculous she is being right now.
I'm just saying it's ankle deep.
Hendrickson Family Farm. Hello.
Hello.
I feel like if you're new in here, then we should ask them to come back in 10 minutes once we get all this resolved.
I seriously want to see that book. David the Good's new book called Grocery Row Gardening. I like that channel. David the Good. Really good channel, really smart dude. He's got a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah. So by the way, side note, if I may, am I allowed?
Yeah, go for it.
Great. If you're in here for the first time, welcome. We appreciate you coming in here. And if you have any one of the things that Monica and I wanted to talk about each week moving forward is giving opportunity for people to highlight maybe some collaborative videos they're working on, or, we're very open to people in the chat being able to indicate that they have a video about whatever it may be. So if you see something and you want to ask somebody, feel free to do so. Please do not ever feel like you can't say what you want to say. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was showing Gwen how far apart our rows are.
Oh my goodness.
Look, Jake said no, not Eric's story.
No, story time's over, buddy. Here's what we're trying to confirm, that Monica knows any kind of measurement is hysterical. Okay.
I do. This is like that. This right here, this is an inch.
With or without those extremely long nails?
No, without the nails. This is an inch.
Okay. So how many of those were in between the rows?
A bunch. I don't know. My hands would have sunk down into the ground. I couldn't have measured. I would have been elbow deep.
That was a good one. No. Dabbing on the haters. How about that?
Get out of here. Oh, look. Nathan says story time with Eric. My favorite time.
I wish, you know what? I wish I had. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think if the pictures that I sent actually show the rows.
The rows. Look, the rows are actually spaced very well this year. And Eric has complimented me on the rows and how well I have spaced out everything this year.
No, she really did do a great job.
Yes.
So we've talked about this in the past about how important it is to follow the little tag that comes with what you purchase, and or if you
no, I wasn't following the tag.
I was trying to compliment you.
I just spaced my rows out big enough so that Eric wouldn't complain because I knew he was going to want to till between.
Were you one step ahead of me?
I was. I knew you were going to want to till.
That's awesome.
See, no, I'm not even going to do it.
Nice
try. Nice try. You need to come visit Carmen and see the garden. Space enough for a till it. That's basically what it was. I was like, he's just going to want to till it. I got to go along with this. I got to make sure I can space it out big enough that he can get between it. Now you better believe that my beans, my precious beans, they're like, the row is like this far apart because I was like,
and did I go down in there?
No, you couldn't fit your big old tiller in there. We have a little in between the row tiller. I thought he was going to use that. So I figured that would be fine. But instead, he got the medium-sized tiller that we have. He should have used the little baby tiller. We have a 10-inch tiller.
Watch out.
It's a 10-inch tiller.
Let me tell this story.
It's broke.
It's story time, Jake. Here it comes. Ready?
My rows look like I was drunk. Rest assured I wasn't. I did forget to mark most things. That was Surprise Garden.
Here's the thing.
Love Surprise Gardens.
I asked Monica, do you want me to till? You know what she says? Sure. So I get the tiller.
I'm trying to be nice to him. I'm trying to be nice.
So I get the tiller
he loves
out.
The till.
No, I do
it's
not.
His thing. He really.
What?
He likes to see nice, organized.
Nope.
Gardening things.
You know what? I won't till for the rest of the year. How about that?
Okay.
You don't want me to till?
No, it's
but
okay.
I'm also not going out to weed.
Okay.
Okay, fine. It's on you. Remember that when you disappear for a month and a half on your vacation.
If I disappear for a month and a half, it's because he stuffed me somewhere. Y'all better come for him. Y'all better come for him. If I disappear and I'm not at some lives, you better come for this man.
That's messed up.
He does enough drone video footage. You should be able to find us. Jake knows where we live. Somebody find Jake, get our address, and come check on me.
You're going to see like a little outline in the grass.
No, I'm going to be underneath the ground. You're going to till me in.
Up.
He'll be like, I decided to till after all.
All of our tomatoes have really good roots in one section of the garden. Like, I can't figure out why only roughly 5.5 feet grows really well.
Jake said safety check. Text Monica one time a week. Eric's like, I decided to till after all. Oh, and by the way, Monica's on vacation. She's on vacation. Monica's trying to be a supportive wife. Why have you given her a hard time? She washes your drawers. I do sometimes. Sometimes he has to do it himself. Her boots sticking up in the garden. No. It's so deep in there. If it rains, my boots will be gone.
Oh, good grief.
The ground's so soft. All he has to do is push me, and I'll just disappear in the mud.
Okay, you're not 90. Okay, settle down.
Mm-hmm. Blink once for safe and 2 for not safe.
Oh, goodness.
I think Jake knows where everybody lives. He probably does. He's like everybody's safety net.
You know what? That's a little concerning. Maybe we shouldn't be laughing about the fact that Jake knows where everybody lives.
It's a good thing.
Is it?
Yeah, he's gonna come safety check us.
I don't know.
Hey, Sandy, how are you?
I've
We're talking about Eric burying me in the mud if he gets tired of me.
You can't tell people that when they first walk in here.
You think Sandy's gonna be like, "Oh, Monica's not safe. Gotta go check on her."
Well, apparently Jake's doing safety checks.
Oh yeah, good grief, Eric playing the martyr. Make your garden a fun place to be. Put a stone path, a bench, a place to relax. The more you get in there, the earlier they catch the weeds and pull them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not happening. Your backyard is like literally an oasis. It's so pretty. Yeah. Mine is
it's work.
A place where I listen to podcasts and do work. But it is a nice place.
Just out of curiosity, what are you usually listening to when you're out there on the podcast? What is it?
When I'm listening to podcasts, it's usually
about
not gardening.
Go ahead.
Well, I do listen to our own podcast sometimes. But the rest of it is true crime. I listen to true crime.
It's murder. Okay.
Kitchen garden therapy. How are you?
Let's be honest. It's murder. So
I listen to true crime.
If anybody disappears,
true crime.
It's going to be me because she's going to know how to get rid of my body.
Make sure you plant endangered species so no one can find her. Sandy, you missed it. We were talking about how he tilled my garden. He tilled the garden.
Look, no, we're not.
As a nice, lovely husband. Here's the reason why I'm saying this to Sandy is because Sandy and we all talked about on our Round the Hay Bale podcast. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should go check it out over on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. Oh, we're also on TuneIn by Amazon Alexa. Anyway, I digress. Sandy was on the show with us, and we did a thing, and we were talking about not tilling, like just having like a messy garden, like not weeding your area. And she was like, it's okay. Like her cute little voice. She was like, it's okay not to till and not to weed. And I was like, I love her so much. I want to like hug her. She's so sweet. It was so smart. The best thing to add to the garden is a nice place for the gardener. Yeah, I like my garden. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be a place where I can get a good signal to my phone so I can listen to my true crime. AKA murder podcast. No till messy garden.
Come on, Sandy.
And that's actually why he did help me with that. And
what? I think the kids are concerned that mom's hurting me.
No, he's knocking on the door of the bathroom going, hey, mom and dad are in there and they're hearing you and they're on the live right now. Oh my gosh. Pre-dug holes with cords of wood. Yeah, for real though, I am keeping an area of my garden that is not tilled. We're going to let the melons creep over all that area. So, hey, fallen Arkansas veterans. And now my whole garden's going to not be tilled because Eric said he's not going to till anymore. No, officer, I'm not missing my HOE. I'm missing my wife.
Again, I think I'm the one that has something to worry about. So
you don't need to be worried. You pay the bills, baby.
Oh.
Plus, you're pretty cute. A very deep well. A friend told me, just saying. That's Jake said that.
Jake? Wait, is that why he keeps digging all them wells?
And if you're not okay, text me, girl. Okay.
Are there any missing YouTubers? Since he knows everybody where everybody lives.
They're like, I went to visit Jake. Oh no, my such and such went to go visit Jake and they didn't come back. Oh my gosh.
Well, he never actually gives anybody his real address. You have to meet him at the gas station on the corner.
And then he drives you to his location.
Yeah. Remember that time we were following him for like 15 minutes and we're like, how much further?
Poor Jake. He's like, I hate those people. The Blands.
he's like, they should be so glad that they made it out safely.
Oh, is that why he had backup there? He had Tina there. He had other people there.
He did.
Or maybe that was because in case we were creepers.
You thought,
it could have been because he thought we were weirdos.
He thought we were weirdos.
He thought we were weirdos. And so he had backup in case we were going to like come for him.
Well, he's probably seen you on our lives. So he was like, oh, I better be careful.
He was worried. Look, he said, I got to change my strategy. Eric's on to me.
Look, he sold the last place that had the underground bunker. He realized after he got all the hits on it and
oh my gosh,
all the subs, he was like, I better sell this place because they're going to figure it out.
And he starts asking for more pigs. We didn't get worried because he's got Gizmo and he's got Peppa. He don't need no more pigs. He'll be fine. He starts asking for more pigs. That's because they eat things. Anyway.
What do you mean?
They can eat a person.
How do you know that?
That's a thing. I was heavily armed, but Eric was too. Yeah. He was ready. We dropped a pin, Jake, so that our family knew where we were if we didn't show up again in hours.
No,
we're like, just in case.
I think he was talking about my muscles.
Oh, he was talking about your muscles. He's talking about your muscles. Yeah. Okay. Pigs eat everything. That's true, Nathan. They do.
Yeah, no, we got 7 boys in this house.
Yeah. GMM, Silence of the Lambs. Yes. Yeah, that could be a little kind of creepy.
Silence of Monica.
It's a thing, Eric, Carla says. I don't think Eric is the murdering type unless you're a baby root. That's true, Rand's Homestead. Very, very true. LG said pigs and German Shepherds. Yeah, German Shepherds are some means. They're meanies sometimes.
There's some means?
They're meanies. There's some meanies. Anyway, I mean, they can be sweet, but I think they're kind of meany. Not all.
You
the
just
time, but
offended anybody that identified as a German Shepherd.
if you identify in
Dude,
here
what
as
is-
German Shepherd, I'm really sorry
what is
that I
that-
offended you. And yes, Gizmo has to be growing like crazy because I mean, he was already kind of a big boy when we, he was a little guy, but he was getting big fast. Thank you for stopping in, Hendrickson Family Farm. Thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, new hashtag, Capone. Killing roots.
Oh man.
Baby roots. Oh, yeah, I need to
Were
put
you,
something on a
were
shirt.
you being serious though? You don't want me to tell.
Nathan said German Shepherds are great dogs unless you're on the other side of the fence. That's like our blue healers, though. They're cray. Blue healers are.
Yeah.
One of my kids came inside today and said, I think something's actually wrong with Mara. Mara's our girl blue healer. And I was like, why? And he was like, because I literally called Titus, our boy dog, and I just called him back this way and said, hey, come on. And when he called him back, Lori says it's the German's fault. Oh, government's fault. When he called Titus, apparently Mara went running after the other cow. Like, it was the weirdest thing. She was like, oh, you called somebody? I'm just going to go chase a cow. Like, for no reason at all. He was like, it's the weirdest thing, Mom. He said, I didn't tell her to do anything, but she just all of a sudden chased a cow for no reason. I was like, okay. Okay, let's say till the end of the season or after cover crops. Random question, but if a protein is a healthier alternative to sugar, does a healthier version of Nutella in a gluten-free cone count as a healthier alternative to ice cream? Yes. I don't know. Eat ice cream.
I don't know that you're the person we should be asking. Maybe she's at air. Everybody else can answer.
Everybody else can answer.
I'm not a Nutella
Thank you for
person.
stopping in, Heather Lynn. Really appreciate you being here. Good night. That is so funny. I don't know, Carol. I don't know. What do you guys think? If protein is a healthier alternative to sugar, does a healthier version of Nutella in a gluten-free cone count as a healthier? Yeah, I say go for it. I say, why do you have to have it? Listen, ice cream is life and can't be replaced. Boom.
What do you,
Sandy said, sure it does. Capone says Nutella is chemicals. And turn pig and chickens at the end of season. What? Turn pigs and chickens in.
Oh, I think he's saying like put them in the pen, put them in where the garden is.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
You do?
We do that. Mm-hmm. Nutella is so good. Now look, she wants ice cream. Sin. Nutella can never be compared to ice cream.
I'm down here. I don't even know if I've ever had
no
Nutella.
Sugar, no carbs, zip zero. You've never had Nutella?
What is Nutella? Is it like a chocolate substitute or something?
What?
I don't know. It just looks gross.
You've never had Nutella? I've bought Nutella.
I know.
I've literally eaten it with a spoon. It's like chocolate, but it's
hazelnut, isn't it?
Delicious, chocolatey hazelnut. It's amazing.
You like hazelnut?
Yeah. I don't like it when it's in your coffee, though. It's kind of weird. I love you both. Monica is bubbly and fun and smart, while Eric is of serious demeanor, contemplating the pros and cons of each thing on the Promised Land Ranch. Yes, very much.
I'm the one that keeps this thing running. Monica's just always joking around, and
that's true.
I just can't get her to ever be serious.
Never serious. I've got to go try to back to sleep. It's been fun going to dream about the chocolate bar with almonds, I guess. Sorry, Lori. Yeah, that's a good dream to have, though. And if you don't get it in the morning, it's the government's fault that you didn't get it, just so you know.
That's funny.
I've never had Vegemite, but I think it might be right up there with Nutella. No way, Gwen. Don't say that. Vegemite's like salt.
Oh, wait.
It's like
real
salty.
quick. We were talking last week about the weird container growing. She was one that did the pants, right?
Oh my gosh, it was so stinking cute.
That was.
Trains leave the Blanford Ranch 40 miles an hour. Who's out the chiller? 2 miles away. Will Monica still be yelling at him regardless of Nutella? Yes.
Anyway, yeah, that was a good video. I like that one.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Gwen wet her pants over at her channel, you should definitely go see that. Super great. It was super cute. It was very good.
It was funny.
So Carol said, I bought this hazelnut chocolate spread at Whole Foods and it's yummy. I'm out of ice cream though, and something needs to go into a cone tonight. I say break the cone up and then just dip it in the hazelnut spread. Eat it like chunks like that.
Just
That's
go for
what I say.
Do you have real peanut butter? Let's start with that. Warm it up.
Almond butter mixed with honey and cocoa powder.
Almond butter is good with honey. I never put cocoa powder in it, but yeah, almond butter.
What is our printer doing? Are you touching our printer? Eric, stop touching stuff. Stop touching stuff with your toes.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, stop touching stuff.
Just turn the power off.
Well, I keep it on because I need it.
Somehow that's my fault too.
Goodness gracious. It is your fault. You're literally touching the power button with your toes. Is that not your fault?
The power button is over there. I'm not.
You're touching the button
table
on the power strip. He's touching the power strip.
You don't have any idea what
with
you're
his
talking
feet. About. Trader Joe's cookie butter is seriously the best thing ever. Or dip it with peanut butter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi, Kara. It's hot up here. Rain's almost here. Yeah. It's peanut butter's good.
Oh, that's right. Sandy is on board with me with the peanut butter thing. You can't replace peanut butter. Peanut butter's off the chain. Mm-hmm. Almond butter is definitely, if you're trying to get away from the sugar and stuff like that, all about it.
Viking Farmer, I missed them coming in. If they came in, I missed them. It's his big tiller. Yeah, Rich, it's his big toe is what's doing it. His big toe is like touching a button down there on the bottom.
Okay.
And touches, and my printer's over here like going making all these sounds because he keeps turning it on and off and messing with it. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
You know,
typing with his toes.
You're so cute.
It could be.
He's
not typing with his toes. He's touching the power button with his toes underneath the desk.
Almond butter is better
than peanut butter.
If you get the right ratio, I will say it's
of
close.
Honey.
Of honey. And I would try it with the chocolate too. The cocoa powder. I would try it.
Yeah. Well, when he was doing just paleo, we were doing a lot of paleo ingredients and stuff. He didn't do peanut butter at all. He only did paleo, like almond butter, honey, and all the things like that. So yeah, it was a loose paleo diet. We tried to do as clean as we could. Favorite ice cream? What is your favorite ice cream out there, people? What's your favorite ice cream? Good topic, Nathan. What's your favorite ice cream? Eric's an ice cream guy, so he likes ice cream.
Yeah, but you have to manage it a little bit differently as you get older.
Yeah, I like ice cream. I just don't eat it because it gives me a stomachache sometimes. So I would rather, but if I was going to eat ice cream, like one ice cream, like of all ice creams.
Mint chocolate chip.
No.
You're beyond that now?
I like mint chocolate chip a lot.
Okay.
But I would choose probably the raspberry swirl stuff. It's like the raspberry ice cream with the little dark chocolate chunks in it by Blue Bunny. Bluebell's Millennium Crunch. Let's see. Broke Cowgirl said strawberry peach ice cream homemade.
You're reading the wrong one.
Homemade vanilla, Sandy says.
Cookie two-step is good. The homemade stuff is good, Sandy. Abigail makes that, and it's whatever she makes is delicious. She never gives herself enough credit, but it is delicious. Homemade strawberry peach ice cream. That would be cool. I would love to try like a homemade.
Well, I really want to go to Ham's
scratch.
Orchard. So I really want to go get some homemade. really want to go get some fresh peaches. Ham's Orchard over here down in Terrell, they open up on the 15th of May. I just saw that today. And I am really thinking that I want to go and get some of that. Go pick some. You know, Capone said y'all should try the carnivore diet. Oh, excuse me. Oh, y'all should try the carnivore diet, not counting anything. Eat until you're full. That's what his dad does. Carnivore diet.
And the vanilla, I get that, but
yeah, I agree.
A plain vanilla, I don't know. I'm not a vanilla guy. I think for me, my favorite
Old Sweet said dark chocolate and baby root.
Specifically, and it needs to be this brand, is Turkey Hill. So if Leanne's still in here, I may have upset her. She may have just left.
She might have rolled out for Leanne.
She's like, I'm done with this guy. I've tried to get on a show a few times.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not cool enough. So
what are your peaches from the peach tree? Well, anyway, Orchard's pretty awesome up here, Carla.
What I was going to say was Turkey Hill chocolate peanut butter ice cream.
Butter diet. You're ridiculous, Lisa.
Can't beat it.
Vanilla is my least favorite, Nathan said.
Vanilla. I agree. I don't think, because I think that.
And the pastor walks in and delivers his sermon. Vanilla is the least favorite ice cream of all. We should go to Ham's Orchard because I've never been. Have you guys been to Ham's before?
If ball ice cream makes your stomach hurt, try ice cream
Made
made with goat's milk. I would try that. I would certainly. I'm all about the trying new things.
Yeah.
Just like right here where we got freeze bananas and put them in a food processor to
I've seen her do that before.
condensed milk.
So good.
So good. Perfect ice cream.
I feel like she did that before on something. I feel like I saw that before. Bluebell vanilla with Hershey's syrup.
Why are you not reading what's on the screen?
Butter dye. I already laughed at her. I said, please. Okay, so Jake says Bluebell vanilla with Hershey syrup. I feel like that's a classic dad ice cream. And the reason why I say that is because that's totally something my dad would do. Like, that's like a guy ice cream. There's a reason why it's called a diet. Davis Family Life. Hello.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for that. I like that. That's good. I'm going to use that.
Jake says, I seafood diet. I seafood need it. Seafood diet's good. So like my dad would always eat vanilla ice cream with Hershey's chocolate syrup, like from the can, not from like the big pour on. It's the can where you have to like click the little clicker thing. What's it called? The can opener where you're like, psh, and then you have to pour it. Yeah. Bluebell vanilla with Hershey syrup. Yeah. That's my dad. That's what my dad would do. Vanilla with real maple syrup. Really?
I would try that. Sandy, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you.
Davis Family Life says ramen raisin is the bomb, but pick the raisins out. Yeah, thanks for coming, Sandy.
I don't know.
Oh, you're going to do the planting to take them to Wyoming. Very nice. You have a wonderful evening, too. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I like vanilla ice with Hershey's chocolate and lots of bananas in it.
I don't know. I mean, so I've heard a couple times with bananas, but I don't know if I've ever had bananas in ice cream before.
Like a banana split? I'm sure you have.
No, I don't think I've ever had a banana split. You?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, as a kid,
that's why I like to make. That's why when we were eating, when I was doing like Weight Watchers and stuff, I would do a banana with a little bit of like the spray whipped cream with a couple of chocolate chips on, because I could count how many points was it, and it would almost mimic a banana split, but it wasn't a full banana split. I had a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of whipped cream, and some bananas, and that's why I would do that, because it was almost like a banana split, but it's not.
You know that.
Ooh, I want a bottle of maple syrup from Scott at Rambling with the Brooms. And now you need to take the maple syrup from Rambling with the Brooms and pour it on your vanilla ice cream.
Go down to Carla. Let's see. My dad didn't do ice cream, but he had a half cup of coffee and Ritz crackers with peanut butter every night.
Eric, look, you just said it. You just spoke Eric's language. Coffee. Remember, he's a closet coffee drinker. That just
down.
He just came out his coffee drinking recently.
Oh my goodness.
And then half a cup of coffee and then Ritz crackers with peanut butter right there.
Okay. Video that we did around the holidays. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, go check it out.
Bananas belong with ice cream. Know how
peanut butter, Ritz crackers dipped in chocolate.
Chocolate cookie dough.
Dark chocolate, mind you.
Oh,
hands down.
Nutter butters. Mm.
Yes, but they have egg in them, so I can't eat them anymore.
Davis Family Life says ice cream and bun. Hubby says, I don't know. They do have coffee ice cream now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've tried that because...
Yeah, he can't eat all the different ice creams out there either, because some
yeah.
ice creams actually have eggs in them.
Yeah.
And so because of that, he can't eat all the things he used to eat. So obviously up until he was like 35, he could pretty much eat what he wanted. And then all of a sudden he has this like egg allergy. And then now he can't eat so many different things that are out there. So he can't eat a lot of those things, that even the cookies and stuff that he used to be able to eat, because they have.
And who knew? Who knew that ice cream had eggs in it? I never knew that. So Carmen... I knew a guy that I used to work with on talking about coffee for a second. He used to use those fun size, I think that's what they're called, right? The fun size Reese cups.
Mm-hmm.
He would use a fun size one. He would put it at the bottom of his coffee cup and then hot coffee on top of it. And he used to do that all the time. Of course, that was craziness to me. But it's only because with a Reese cup, I don't know that I would want to ruin it with anything. Just give me the peanut butter. Can you buy like a vat of just the peanut butter?
From Reese's?
You need to get on that and figure it out.
From Hershey's?
You figure it out whether you could just buy the mushroom or the marshmallow things. What are they called?
Oh, yeah. You can just buy the marshmallows from Lucky Charms.
Yeah. So What if you just buy the peanut butter from Hershey's or Reese's?
It's from Hershey's. Reese's is a Hershey's product. I'm getting fat turd just watching this live. Yeah, I've probably gained 10 pounds just sitting here.
Well, I didn't eat dinner, so I'm actually kind of hungry. So
yeah,
that's probably why I keep talking about food.
I totally grabbed a plate and came in here and was like shoving it in my face.
And so my grandmother used to make homemade Reese or peanut butter balls. She called them peanut butter balls. And they were delicious too. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My grandmother, let me tell you something. When we would go visit grandma, I would come back not being able to fit into my pants. That's how much this woman would feed us.
Was that why you wore the fat pants there?
Okay, well, that was not needed about fat pants. But if you must know, yes, you wear elastic band pants or shorts whenever you're visiting grandma, or else you're going to go walk around in your underwear because you're not going to fit in anything.
That's funny.
Anyway. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, do not go back into the kitchen. Don't do it. David's family life. Don't do it.
Yeah. Unless you got peanut butter ice cream in there. In that case, go get it. Go get it.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if anybody has any events that are coming up on their channel or anything that they'd like to advertise, let us know. Put it here in the chat. We'll hype it up a little bit. I know that one thing that we're working towards is a video put on by Rich over at Old Swedes Farm. And then who else was on that?
Annette from the Cow Emporium.
Okay, there you go. Talking about raising enough food so that in the month of February, you just live off of basically what you have. You know, and the cool thing about that is, and I've thought about this really, I thought about that for a good period of time now since we started raising our own food, is wondering if I can go for a whole month without purchasing anything.
Well, I feel like we probably will purchase some. And good night, thank you for coming.
I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about
but like in general, I think we probably could. I think it would be a lot more work for me because live off of what I have here. Can I eat the people I live with? No, you can't eat the people you live with.
But if the pigs eat the people you live with, then you can eat the pigs.
Yeah, there you go. Old Swedes Farm. Put that up, Eric. That way you can see. It's the $50 February challenge. But I think that it's going to be a really cool way to think about things and a good way to look at it. I'm excited. Oh, wait, what is that? Prepper tip, Alaskan peas, 50 to 55 days harvest. I wonder how many I would need for my family, though, Jake. That's going to be a lot. I would need a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, look, that's what the challenge is right now, and I don't mean challenge like from Rich over at Old Swedes Farm, but that's the challenge that we're facing.
No, Capone Cabin, they do not. We do not. She said, "Wait, I don't understand. I keep a year for 10 people stocked, so people don't stock much." No, I think that sometimes people don't. I don't stock a full year of food for my family of 10, actually 11. That's something I don't do. These two are really filling out too. But I will say that, you know, are we losing light in here or something? I'm trying to be better about that. I'm trying to be better about stocking up. And is there a light going out in our?
Yeah.
It's super weird. Anyway, I'm trying to be better about stocking up. And this has really pushed me into an area that I have put some thought into before, but now I'm really digging in and thinking about it, like really thinking about how I can be better stocked for our large family, because it wouldn't just be for 10 or 11 of us, because I would think about my daughter-in-law too. So it would be 11, but I don't. We also think about my in-laws who live on the property with us. So it's more like 14. That's a lot of people. And then if I think about them, then I got to think about my dad and then my sister and brother-in-law. And so I'm really trying to think outside of the box and how we can provide for a large group of people. And yes, see, Jake says no year here, 10-year minimum. So I do have things that have very long shelf lives. Shelf lives. But there's a question right there. I don't know. Question for you, oat groats, can you plant them? Just bought some at HEB here. I don't know, Joe. Maybe someone else does know. Yeah, for real. Get that light,
Can
Eric.
you-
It's freaking me out. Here, do you want this chair
For what?
to get the light? Can you reach it?
No. What do you think? I'm your height?
Oh, you can reach that without. I can't reach the light without standing on a chair. It's gonna be hot. Oh,
It's LED, baby.
oh, it's not hot. LED lights are hot. Okay. Anyway, we're doing a collaboration about the 5 off-grid recipes. It's basically we'll cook if we had lost no power. Oh, okay. So is that the one from Alicia? Because Alicia was doing that too. Do cats count as a white meat?
If you're hungry
So
enough,
Alicia over at Country Mama Musings, which by the way, if you haven't seen her channel, you should totally go check it out. She's amazing. And she just hit 2,000 subscribers.
real quick, did you move the camera again?
I did. I moved it.
Come on.
Because you were going over there. I was thinking, Anyway, so but yeah, Davis I might have to sell a kidney and a stock up. But that's the thing too. I think that it's challenged me to think too. I think I'm going to do the one with Alicia where she is actually asking about doing the 5 things you could do off grid. Now, I'm not going to provide the recipe. The collaboration 5 off grid recipes is basically what we could cook if we had lost or had no power. Is that the one with Alicia, Nathan? I'm wondering if that is the one with Alicia. I'm going to go ahead and do the one with Alicia. I'm not going to offer a recipe though. I'm just going to show what we would use because I am prepared that if, for instance, our power went out for a couple hours today, I thought about it. Okay, well, if the power's out tonight for dinner time, what can I make? Well, I can make things. I know that I have things in my pantry that we could make. I wouldn't want to just start a fire in the fireplace to make food, but I know that I can if I needed to. So because we can cook on our wood stove, we can rely on those things to if we're off grid that way. So I could do it. I have done it, but yeah, not too much meat on them. Oh, okay. So it is Alicia's. Okay. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Alicia's got a great collaboration going on right that now. And it's pretty cool because I think that that's going to be a really good way to think about things, especially knowing that the Rich and Annette's collaboration is going on now. It's some really just great ways to think. Hey, Jason, some really good ways to think about things and to be able to put the food sources that you're using into more of just looking at it as a long term. And, like Capone Cabin and None Text on the Back 20, they are preppers by the mentality of they're stocking for long term. I'm not saying they're like crazy preppers. Well, maybe Jake, but I kind of agree. So I'm with them on that one. I see you, Jake. I'm with you on that. But like, I agree with that. I want to be a crazy prepper in the mental state that I know what I'm doing and I'm prepared. And people can call me whatever they want. But I'm learning how to do that, how to put things on my shelf that have very long shelf lives. I just bought Mylar bags. That's going to be another video we're talking about soon. I've got Mylar bags to be able to stock things in. And see, look, he says, I'm crazy. All right, I admit it. I know you would.
Well, so,
but I'm crazy too sometimes, especially with things I'm passionate about. So I'll let you talk.
Thank you. So what I was going to say was that's the interesting thing about the challenge. It kind of, to put it in perspective,
they lost power because someone was tilling near their power pole. Okay, I'll let it
anyway, what I was going to say was it was kind of like that that challenge of that video that we did growing in a weird container. It makes you think outside the box.
Yeah.
And so this challenge of being prepared helps you get in the mindset, like Monica was saying, of what to do and how to get to that point. And so, it's just like anything else that we do, like gardening or taking care of animals, all these types of things. You can talk about it, but until you start doing it, you don't really understand all the nuances.
Yeah.
And when you start practicing it, then you realize, you know what, that doesn't work, or that does work. Or, like you talk about all the time, you can stuff, but if nobody likes to eat it, then you've just wasted all your time, money, resources with the lids, the seals, whatever, the jars, you're taking up space, all that for what? For something that nobody wants to eat.
Yeah.
And so, all those things, you don't know. Like you may like green beans frozen, but you've never had them canned. And if you try it and you don't like it, then don't waste your time.
Well, I think that's the thing too, because we have kids and kids are definitely specific as to what they like. And we were even just talking about that a little bit last night on the podcast, Lisa and Alicia and Casey and I. And Casey was talking about, cast iron skillets. Exactly. Alicia and I were chatting too about different things. She was like, oh, you have to try my macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, my girl can make some macaroni and cheese. But if we ran out of electricity, would she be able to make her mac and cheese? Would she be able to do those things that she likes to do? Would she have the capabilities? We don't have a freeze dryer. Like some people, Lisa, Yogi Hollow Farm, and like Jake, who has 2 over at 90 Texas on the back 20. But anyway, we don't have freeze dryers or a freeze dryer yet. I would love to get my hands on one. But just because you don't have one thing doesn't mean you can't have another. And that was one of the things too. On one of the group pages on Facebook, somebody had offered a really great video on how to do a certain thing. And I love when Jake opens up stuff that's like so many years old. But anyway, they commented, one of the comments was, oh, I wish I could do that, but I don't have, it was basically making like a dandelion salve, right? Or salve, whatever you want to call it. And they don't have the beeswax, and they didn't have this and that. And they were like, I don't have the capabilities of getting that. I'm too poor to be able to do that. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I think what you need to look at and think about is not that you don't have the tools for this, or not that you don't have all these ingredients, or that you don't have the money. Because the comment was like, I'm too poor. What about the people that are so poor that they can't buy the beeswax and all that stuff? And I'm like, wait a second, go out and forage, go out and figure out how to do it. You don't have to buy a freeze dryer, but you can dehydrate. Do you not have a dehydrator? Then use your oven, dehydrate in the oven. Do you have the capability to grow a small little space somewhere? Then do what you have. You can do something with what you have, even if you have a small space. And I think that it's hard sometimes because we're really specific to what we like, whether adults or kids, but just start doing something. And you're right. Yeah. Carmen says people now have a huge pity party mentality, and like, it's awful. Like if you don't get your way, or you can't just do everything. Well, I don't have a freeze dryer, so I can't eat freeze dried foods. Well, you know what? You can buy freeze dried foods. Maybe you don't have, all the money to buy whatever, but do it. If you're on YouTube, then you can afford to prep. Yeah. Because if you're on YouTube, then you probably have internet somewhere, or a phone or a TV that you're watching internet on. Figure it out.
And there's a good point right there too.
I have the sun, nature's dehydrator. Exactly. I mean,
dude, that would be a good video. How to dehydrate with just the sun. We could do that here in Texas for sure.
Let me look up a YouTube video on how to do it first. And then I'll tell you how I do it.
Watch, Jake's gonna be like, I'm getting ready to open up something.
Jacob's gonna be like,
sun to dehydrate.
I already dehydrated this food. I dehydrated this with the sun 15 years ago. Then I canned it, and I dry canned it in my oven, my solar oven, and then I'm pulling it out and I'm eating it right now. Jake's like, these people, I hate them. They're making fun of me tonight. Talking about crazy. You two have made a great video about partnering with others in your area. If you don't own something, borrow from others or trade things. And it really is true. I guess I'm just a big one supporting others in that way. I really is. Time is the most expensive of all items. And that is very true. Time is very valuable, but be smart, work harder, work smarter, not harder, work smarter, not harder. Oh my gosh. But it's true. You got to stop spinning your wheels and put your feet down and start doing something. Wrap your head around something and just do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And
yes, we did too, Lisa. We saved all our pennies and nickels and dimes and all the change for the whole year. And we used that on vacation when we went with my family. Sorry, that was exciting.
Yeah. So Jesus loving pastor mentioned about the American Indians. Look, I mean, the thing is that people have been doing what we're trying to do for thousands of years before electricity came around. They were learning how to do that. And that's where the challenge comes from, and trying to figure out how you're going to get to that point. Because I do think about that. Like,
yeah,
what if you don't have power?
Mm-hmm.
What if, I mean, it's good that we utilize the things that we have now, but what if you don't have it? And, because that's one of the things that we've talked about a lot as well, is like animals, for example. A lot of times people will go and they'll buy 30, 40 chickens and process them all at the same exact time. And so now they have a freezer filled with these carcasses, and you can't use your freezer anymore But if you learn how to plan, to create that cycle, get the chicks or get the eggs and hatch them out yourselves, whatever it may be. And instead of doing 30 at a time, doing 5 at a time.
Yep. Well, I think that's important to be able to know how to space, but knowing how to process the animals that you have too. And that's something people don't think about. They're like, oh, I got all these animals and I'm going to use them for meat. And if anything hits the fan, I'm going to eat these animals. Well, that's great. But do you know how to process them?
Well, and that's a fun thing.
Have you figured it out? Have you tried?
So Gary, Ileana's husband.
Yeah. Folks struggle to sacrifice is important to you. Find a way and not important to you or not. Yep, that's true.
Reached out to me yesterday asking if we process large animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him that we do sometimes. And you know why he was asking? This is somebody who purchases beef from us.
Mm-hmm.
And
why is he asking?
And pork. And the reason why he was asking was because he hasn't done it in such a long time.
Yeah.
That he's willing to give up his time to re-educate himself. So, that's
Tom and Rhonda. How are you?
And that's going back to the comment that Rich said that we've talked about before about supporting other people. And if you don't have it, go and find it. And that's the opportunity that we have to share with other people.
Yeah.
But just like we're willing to teach, there's other people out there. I'm sure that if you called and talked to them and said, I want to learn how to do this, they'll teach you how to do it.
Well, that's the thing too. Like we were talking about different forms of social media that you like to use. And one of the things we talk about, we talked about in one of the co-ops that I'm a part of, or the groups that I'm a part of. Naked Gardeners actually introduced me to that. Tori and Sydney over there, they're part of this East Texas. It's like a group where we teach each other different things. And so we're actually going to be doing a rabbit processing class so that we can help the people in our area learn how to do that. And as a matter of fact, with that being said, I actually had a guy come to me at church as we were getting ready to lock up last night at the end of Awana Clubs, a guy that we go to church with. He was like, hey, do you raise rabbits? And I was like, yes. He was like, well, we've got a bunch from FFA or they're about time to go. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I haven't done rabbits since I was a kid. I helped my dad and I was like, do you need help? And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, well, why don't you just, let me talk to Eric and we can bring him over. And yes, we do have many freezers, Jason. You really need to come here. We really need to set up our little get together.
You keep talking about
I'm going to do it. Well, Abigail graduates on May 20th. So after May, Jason, after school's out, it's a little bit easier for us. So I'm going to plan something for like the first or second week of June. We're doing something, y'all. We are doing something. Anyway, the guy at church was like, hey, can I help? Can you help me or whatever? And I said, bring him over here. Let me talk to Eric. You can bring him over here and we'll process them together. And he was like, okay, they're not ready yet, but they might be. And I was like, cool beans. Yep. One full is bland meat. There you go.
I don't know if that doesn't sound very tasty though.
Bland meat. We have someone ask us to teach them how to process rabbits at well. And I can vouch for that. Try one summer to drink the ice. Can't read it when you do that. Ice cold water from the mountain stream on the LaSalle's. Oh yeah. But that's the thing. I'll let you know, Anne. I'll let you know when we do it. But that's the thing. I definitely like to be able to teach people what we know because we were fortunate enough to be able to have people to teach us what they knew. Some people anyway. And when you learn something new, you are such a better teacher when you keep teaching it over and over. And the same thing is with, I'm a certified doula. And the more that I do that, the more that I help women go through that process and have the babies and do those things, the more I'm remembering that and I'm using those skills. The more you use your skills, the better you're going to be, or at least you're going to keep up with them. And that's important. It's important to be able to do those things.
Well, so what I do with work is all mechanical, electrical type things. And, I was talking to a younger gentleman today at work, and I was explaining to him so many times what we do is we just do what we've seen done, but we don't understand why. And if you get to the place where you understand why you're doing it and you can explain it to somebody, then you actually understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's the key. And that goes back to, how this whole conversation piece started of doing this challenge is because it's one thing to say, I'll do it, but it's another thing to actually do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the video piece. I'm talking about even like what I was referring to in the sense that if we're going to say we're going to live off of our own food for a month, then we need to try it.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if that's actually going to last a month or not until we actually do it.
Well, we were talking to Gray Man Prepping one time on the podcast, or it could have been on our show. We've talked to him a couple of times. And one of the things he said, and I appreciate his videos and I appreciate what he says, because he said that what you should do is you should try for a 48-hour window, try for a weekend to shut off your power. Try to shut off your power for a weekend and see how you would live. If you can live in a grid down situation. And when you do that, then you will see where your holes are. You'll see where the gaps are in your preparedness. And I think that's important to do. I'm not saying I want to do that right now. So let's not do that. But I'm saying that it's something that we should think about, and maybe we could try it for like 6 hours one time. I mean, we tried it today for like an hour and a half.
You would go and take a nap.
Crazy.
That's what you would do.
I would take a nap. No, actually, I will say that but here's the thing. I don't have a generator. My father-in-law has a generator. So I know that if there was a situation where I needed to do certain things, I would have to be able to rely on that. But one of the things that Davis Family Farm brought up was that Davis Family Life was that they do smaller batches because freezers wouldn't work for them. And there's a point to that. We are trying to get things out of our freezer because we're about to do another beef cow. We're about to process another cow. That being said, I've got to make room in my freezers because I have a lot of freezers, but I don't have a lot of freezer space when I do multiple large animals. I've got to get the stuff out of my freezer and put it into jars. Got to get its stuff out of my freezer, make them into meals, prep those meals, get them into my shelves. And the best thing too is don't put all of your jars and all in one location. Make sure you have it in a separate location. It's important to do that. I've got, if I shut the power for 2 days and they too would cave in on me. Well, that's the thing too. If you don't have freezers, start to can things. I'm going to start taking some of my preps and some of my cans and some of the things that I have, and I'm going to put them at my dad's house too, because he's in a different location. Because if something happens and my house is destroyed, then there goes all my preps. And that's worthless. That's not good. And so I've thought about that. I had a friend of mine that lost her house to a house fire. She's like a 5,000 square foot home, and they had been stocking up, and she had been buying each week that she would buy her food. She would buy a little extra groceries, just a little extra. And so they had a bunch of stuff prepped. And what would you say? Holly and I turn off the power for 6 hours called date night. Oh my gosh. But anyway, but I will say that she lost all of her preps, and it was really sad. And I thought about that. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep all my stuff in one place. Like, I'm not putting all my stuff in that closet. I can't do it. I've got to make sure it's in different areas and different locations too. Yep. We're going to get canning pretty soon as well. We really want to get a root cellar going. I think that would be smart. The problem is that I'd be afraid that Eric would till over it, and then it would get so muddy, it would just like cave in around it. It's bad. And that's where hunting, trapping, and foraging come in. Yeah, it's true. Yep.
Well, the problem with that though, on the hunting and trapping and foraging, is if you don't live on a piece of property where you can do that, and but that's a whole nother story.
Wait, anyway. Jesus Loving Homesteader, did you know that you could recan number 10 cans? There's bulk cans. Blows my mind. I learned recently we rescanned barbecue sauce from a bulk container. You mean recan? Okay, so if you take and buy a number 10 can, like a big can of vegetables, then you can break it down into smaller portions. Is that what you're saying? And yes, I did know that, if that's what you're referring to. Hang in there, 8-minute alert. We probably scared off Leanne. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. You better text her and apologize.
I don't have her number.
We have her on Instagram. You better Instagram her and apologize for scaring her off tonight. That comes with knowing people that have land that you can hunt on. And that's true. Here is super hard to find places to go hunt until you know people. Nothing bland about bland bacon. Probably better than Jimmy Dean's Nutty at Texas Black 20. Yeah, our bacon's pretty good, I think. I like our bacon.
Did we know the homestead where you are?
Homestead where you are? I don't know. Hi. If we didn't say hi to you.
They were lurking about.
I know. You can do condiments too. I was shocked. Yes, I know. Isn't that great? But I mean, make your own ketchup, make your own, all the condiments, make your own, right? I mean, barbecue sauce is amazing. I love barbecue sauce, homemade. Make my own barbecue sauce. Matter of fact, I got a can of it right there.
Is Daz in here too?
I don't know. Is Daz in there? Daz did mustard. That's right. And I thought about that because you can do your own mustard. I've just never done it yet.
Well, we're so glad.
Yeah, thank you so much.
we're glad that you made it in here.
Yeah.
Our live is typically Monica doing all the talking, and I try to interject every now and again. So
pretty much, yeah.
We lost several subscribers, so I'm glad to see that.
We lost people tonight because
you were blaming me for stuff.
because Eric wrecked my garden up and killed baby plants. People were offended and they rolled out. So yeah, possibly rolled out. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool. At home with Tom and Rhonda Howard.
Yeah, I think they're really close to us, by the way. I think they live close to us.
Okay, cool. When we were in the Arctic in 2000, first of all, that's just super cool that they were in the Arctic. Can we just stop right there?
The Eskimos were hunter-gatherers.
It's Inupiaq. That's how you pronounce it.
Inupiaq?
Yeah.
Like Tupac?
Nope, not related. Definitely not related.
And they taught us a lot about how wasteful we are. Were they just like, you're wasteful people? Did they make you feel bad about it? Like, were they nice about it at least? Leanne got mad and left. I don't know. I feel so bad. Leanne, if you got mad and left, I'm so sorry.
You better reach out to her.
You better. One thing that makes my head explode is people preparing so much junk food. Your food will be your health care. That's very true. Definitely Monica show with co-star Eric. Thanks.
No.
Night, Carla. Thank you for coming in.
We need to fix that.
But this is a great option for people. Yes, exactly. Catching sales and for people who cannot garden. And that's another thing too. Like if you have food in boxes, if you are getting, if I can just get Eric to get a deer, I know.
I'm trying,
man. He's trying. He even took the little kids out there hoping that they would maybe catch something for him. They would, maybe hit something for him. But no, I'm learning a lot about preparing your food and making sure. So we do have like the different, pastas and things like that. But if you have stuff in boxes, you need to take it out of the boxes. You need to put it in something that's more airtight and better. Eric said it right. We were caregivers there and the friends, but they were blunt. What? They were like, hey, wasteful.
You're wasteful people.
Wasteful Americans.
Well, that's why I try to, like, when we look at processing our animals, everything, I try not to let it go to waste.
No gummy worms.
And so we actually had a rabbit we had to put down. Yeah.
The plant killer horrors.
Oh my goodness.
It is. It was like Little Shop of Horrors out there now.
Just stop.
Anyway,
even with the rabbit that we had to put down, we weren't interested in eating it just because of the reason why we had to put it down. But I did hang it up out there and let the animals pick at it because
we knew we weren't going to be able to use it, and
you hate for anything.
We turned it into a maggot fest for the other animals.
Yeah.
Stock up on junk food and trade it with the junkies. Good call. Good call.
I don't like that name at all.
What? Junkie? Monica and Eric's Promised Land Ranch show. It's not bad. I don't see a problem with it.
That's funny.
What, the junkies? Yeah, that's funny. Not the roots. Anything but the roots. I know. It's terrible.
It's funny when you come into a live like this, you find out who's on your side real fast.
Please, it's always Rich and Nathan are on your side. Jake is usually coming to the dark side over with me, cheering me on, falling asleep at your stories. I got a lot of people on my side, and there's a lot of people still cheering you on. So don't even complain. Don't complain. Capone Cobbin says, we teach all this during our reenactments. We volunteer for the National Park System. We do public speaking in the old ways. That's the coolest thing. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And Jason, but he hasn't been in here a lot because he's busy with sports and stuff. He's busy. He's got sports. Yeah, see, look, Nathan's got you. They also share everything they have with the rest of the village, so no one ever did without. They just went to their family and friends, and their food stores were low. And see, I love that. That's how it should be. Community gardens, having things so that you can share with your family and friends. And I'm not saying I'm trying to put too much on. Thank you, Lisa. See you.
So you acknowledge that you're on the dark side. Continue.
Hi, my Raindrop Life. Oh, thank you for coming in. I already said hi to earlier, but anyway. But here's the thing though, right? Community, helping people out, not just thinking about yourself. So when you have your stores, that's cool and all, but like, what about other people? And I like that. And that's why I think it's important too, to have like a mag group and stuff like that. And if you don't know what one is, you should look it up because I think it's super important. And I want to talk to Eric about that. We need to get a mag group. We need to get a group of people that we can depend on, that are local enough that we can go to if something happens, that we have people.
Davis family, like
capable people.
You're not offending anybody here.
Oh my gosh, no. No. It's really hard to offend me or Eric.
Yeah.
Liquid milk be stored in Mylar bags or be canned in jars. Okay. Don't tell anybody else I said this, but you can definitely can milk. It's like a Rebel canning thing. You can can dairy. Trust me. I found out on Facebook pages, you can definitely can milk. Look it up. Boom. It's done. Don't tell Leanne. She's never going to come to our channel again. It's part of prepping. I stock powdered milk. We don't drink milk, but we ran across children with no milk. See, that's the thing. I do the same thing. We don't necessarily drink a lot of other stuff. Hi, Pure Pondering. We don't necessarily eat some of the things that we do stock. I don't stock a lot of stuff that we don't drink or eat or whatever, but sometimes I have things just in case. You know, that's why you have a group. Exactly. You should have a group. I'm glad Leanne left. You're so rude.
Carmen?
Carmen? What? I'm telling. We should take a picture. Oh, she would not approve. I got a can. Yeah, I know Jake's got milk canned. You can milk. I know. You can. I think that's a dance. You can milk. What? Mind blown. I write Davis Family Life. You can do it. On Facebook, there's a group, like Rebel Canning Group, and they show you. I take a bunch of screenshots, and then I print them out, and I have them in like a thing. Hi, Chuck. How are you? You're here at 10 o'clock, and we're getting ready to end.
But we're glad you stopped in.
But thanks for stopping by.
Don't forget to hit that
I'm only
thumbs up,
messing
buddy.
because it's Chuck, because he cracks me up on all his videos too. Hey, Caleb, good night. Yeah, he likes ice cold milk too. You take the milk and you put it in a glass and you put it in the freezer. You just let it get a little crispy on the top and then you pull it out. And then you drink your bowl of peanut butter next to it.
Oh, man. Don't even get me started on that.
I know. I would be in big trouble. I don't want to hurt her feelings. So, Leanne, if you watch this, I'm so sorry. She'd be so mad at me. Yeah. Oh, Jake has a video on it. So there you go. If you're interested in canning milk, go look over at None of You Texas on the Back 20 and go look up his canning milk video. I got blacklisted from a certain canning YouTuber for that commercial. Bad. That's okay. I'm glad you stopped in. Thank you so much, Chuck. Oh,
All right.
I should go. It's 10 o'clock and he's got to eat still. And I should probably finish some laundry that I didn't finish today.
You didn't finish my laundry? Oh, my
You have clean underwear.
Okay. That was not needed.
I'm just saying. I washed your drawers.
My drawers. All right, everybody. We thank you all so much for coming in here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. We really appreciate all your support. We are attempting to put a video out tomorrow. We're going to see how that goes.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But we do have content coming up. So keep checking back and take a look. And we're trying to do premieres too so that people can see our stuff coming out. But I will say we are going to have a visitor. Hopefully I have a guest next week. And we're trying to get some people in here that are new to this community, or at least new to our group of people, and even some other social media platform people. So stay tuned because I'm excited about inviting some new guests in so that you guys can maybe broaden your community a little bit.
That's what it's all about, learning. Yep. So, hey, who likes having 2-hour lives with everybody listening to you critique me and then beat me down to, I don't even know.
Farmers' wives do.
The farmers don't.
Oh.
Until next time, we appreciate everybody. Have a good night.
He's crying.
Peace.
Baby little tears.
What?
Good night, everybody.
Get out of here.
Look, she said, we do.